we're good now.
Okay, we're good.
No pen? Gum check?
Gum check. Everybody's good?
Yes.
Yep.
Everybody's good?
Oh! I feel the love.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Hello, everyone.
We're
the Sunshine Stitchers.
I'm EJ.
I'm Gary.
And I'm Shelia. So we're so happy to be here today.
Yes.
We've had a very good day.
Yes,
So
yeah.
far, it's been really good.
Really nice.
I think
Yeah.
they missed me.
We missed you.
Okay, maybe not.
When did that happen?
He's talking about last week when he was on the business trip.
Oh.
So like we missed him.
Yes,
Gary.
that was it. Yes.
We missed you so much.
Okay. I can hear sarcasm.
From me?
Can you feel it too?
Yes.
Never.
Okay.
So we'll just go right to questions and comments, and again, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, I spent so much time this week going through comments.
Yes.
So great comments.
Thank you so
We
much.
appreciate you
Keep it
all.
coming.
And our title last week, Feral Stitcher, really
Was a hit.
was a hit. In fact, we were talking about it today at the cupboard, and
Mhm.
all of us who were present at some point during Gary's very
the
slow,
hunting of Gary. I think I was captured.
slow approach
Yeah.
to the community table, we're laughing and talking about it and saying how accurate
Mhm.
that was for what that process was.
Mhm.
So yeah, it'll take a long time to live that one down. We did have one question left over from last week because Shelia forgot to ask. And it's one for EJ.
Oh yes. Oh, for me.
Yes, this is from Bird Stitcher, Colorado.
Hey Betsy.
Uh,
You didn't hear that.
So how and why did EJ get into stitching?
Oh, wow. I needed a hobby. Well, I was a planner before. I'm thinking, okay, planner, I'm gonna try to find another hobby not so expensive.
Oh,
That's really wrong.
That's right.
you picked stitching.
Don't do it wrong.
That's so funny when you sat down and announced that you were a monogamous stitcher.
I was a monogamous stitcher.
I
Look
know.
at you guys.
Well, it was. EJ came in, she sat down and promptly announced that she is a monogamous stitcher.
Yes.
And the entire table
Oh my
cracked
God,
up
they-
and started
yeah.
laughing.
Yeah, they couldn't contain themselves.
No, it was organic.
Oh God.
Well, yeah. So I wanted another hobby, and my mother cross stitched, my sister cross stitched. I'm like, and I've done it before, so I'm like, let me pick it up again. So that's how I got started again.
All right.
Did that answer the question?
Yes, it did.
Okay.
Yes, it did.
So yes, that's how I got started again.
Patricia F.
Yes.
has asked, when you think about fabric that is printed, printed on one side,
Mhm.
and fabric that is dyed, do you have a preference?
A printed or dyed
Printed
fabric.
versus dyed.
I think for me it depends on the project.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect one way or the other. Like this is a printed fabric right here,
Yes.
and as you can see, the ghosts, they're printed, and on the back it's white.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually sometimes if the printing is dark, it's probably a little bit easier to stitch on because of the white background.
Oh.
Yes.
I find it doesn't really bother too much, and
Yes.
because the printing process doesn't shrink the fabric,
Yes.
so I've stitched with this and a couple of other fabrics that were printed.
Same. Have you
Yeah.
stitched on printed yet? EJ?
I bought printed.
Okay, but I don't think you've stitched on it.
No, I don't
yet.
think I. Wait, is that Mother Moon? Is that on printed?
That's a slight print. It's
Okay.
but it's not like a fabric flare.
Okay.
Is
No,
what
so-
when I think of completed, that's probably what she's asking
Yes,
about.
yes.
Is the ones that's completely
Completely
printed.
printed. I'm in the same boat with Gary. It depends on the project and the print that is available at that time. I think the difference is that for me is that with the printed fabric you get a very uniform finish to work on, and you get more like a background picture to work on. Overdyed is the model, the random effect of the dye process, and so it just really depends. And even with the dye. Oh.
No, you're fine.
Am I rattling on?
Somebody has their phone on airplane mode and it's dinging like insane.
No, wait a minute. My phone is on airplane mode, so it's not dinging. It's the iPad that's dinging.
Okay, let's take a second and turn off the iPad.
Excuse me.
Because that is annoying.
Mine is on too, but you just can't hear it because it's buried.
Okay, so go ahead, Shelia.
Okay.
Sorry about that. That's something we could have controlled. I'll add that to the checklist.
Oh no, that checklist is getting longer and longer.
I was going to say the length of EJ.
But the good thing, it's all tied to EJ.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm sorry, go ahead, Shelia.
Anyway, to conclude.
No, not conclusion.
To conclude. With the dye fabric, you have such an unlimited variety of effects from the dyeing process: dark, light, little, all over the place.
Yeah.
So it totally varies in terms of what works for the project that you're intending to stitch on it.
Yes.
Right.
So no preferences.
And placement as well. Gary had this a pixie witch with the moon, and he placed it perfectly.
Right.
Yes.
And so that lends well to that project.
Yes.
And then somebody stitching Lady of the Flag, but the face is where it's printed.
Yes.
So it could be good and it could be not so good.
Yeah.
And the new primitive hair fabric that has the kind of scrolly print.
Yeah.
And then the flowers
different.
on the side, that's a printed.
Yeah.
Right.
And again, placement being very important.
Yeah.
In terms of where the actual charts are placed within that. So.
Yeah, I see it as just another arsenal,
Yes.
another tool in our toolbox to explore and play with.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, I mean, you want to get a nice pattern or a modeled fabric that doesn't overpower your pattern you're stitching. So
I think that's the
key,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, really.
And if you like it, you can stitch on it.
That's true. Santos R is someone who's coming back to stitching. She had stepped away for many years. She was kind of looking through YouTube to kind of see what she could see as she was contemplating returning, and she found Flosstube, and she found us.
Welcome.
And so
Thank you.
Yes.
You'll find that the hobby has grown, has expanded.
Yes.
And it's full of enablers.
It's full of enablers for all persuasions, for all kinds of
There's a
stitching
lot of
samplers
different things to stitch.
and it's a very exciting time to be in stitching, I believe.
Yes.
Very exciting time.
And the community is awesome. Find very supportive people.
Yes.
Very supportive.
Yeah.
So none of us have any finishes this week.
No.
I'm
shocked.
Whips.
Whips.
Jay, let's talk about
first.
whips.
Let's talk about that magical school of stitching and literature.
There you go. There you go. Good job.
She was checking to see if I had it right.
They're learning. Yes.
We're being brainwashed. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Sending check in the mail.
So this week we're working on it's chocolate and claws.
Claws, like animal claws?
Yes, or talons. Okay. So the first thing that we're stitching on, or that's one of our assignments, is 300 stitches of chocolate. And the reason why we're doing the chocolate color is because, if the chocolate makes you feel better after the mentors, try to...
Why not just have 300 pieces of Reese's chocolate chips or something? That made me happy too.
So Chocolate. So I did chocolate brown, and also I did the chocolate around, and I'm still continuing to work on chocolate. I have maybe 15 more stitches throughout, scattered around the elephant for my 300 stitches of chocolate.
Okay. All right.
And the second assignment is 300 stitches of like any project that has claws or talons. Talons, am I saying that right?
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, of course, a lion has retractable claws, and birds, they have claws or talons.
Yes.
Yes. So it goes with that. And so I finished the turtle. It's completely done. 335 stitches on the turtle. And then when I finish with the brown, it's going to be 315 stitches on the brown.
Okay.
Of brown.
Getting closer.
Yes. So it was a frame.
Yeah. And there's like,
Yeah, a little bit. Yes, exactly.
How did you get from? I missed something.
Okay.
How did you get from birds with claws to turtle?
No.
the piece just has to have something on it that has a claw.
Oh.
You don't have to stitch on it. See?
Yeah, but don't turtles have claws too?
They have
stubs.
They have a kind of like a nail
They have a
Oh,
nail?
or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're
I
not
don't
able
know why
to.
I'm doing this with my hands. I'm trying to simulate a turtle foot.
But yeah, that's why I'm little by little, it's coming along very nicely.
It really
Oh
is.
my gosh. Oh
Yeah.
my god. So the next big thing
Is the elephant.
is the elephant in the room. And also I have a big old border around the whole thing. So I may do that for extra credit assignment, which, Sirius Black was framed.
Okay.
Spoiler alert. So I can do like a frame or just not.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
period.
Yeah.
And then be done. Because my deadline is April 14th.
I thought we said the end of the month.
We said April 10.
Oh, we did. Oh.
Was that April 10th?
Yes.
So I have less than a month to get this done. And I think looking at it, it's very doable.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I still have to do a whole lot of back stitching, which someone say don't wait, and I waited, and I'm like, now they're regretting it.
Yes. Always.
Yeah.
I like doing my back stitching as I go along.
Depends.
Yeah. Okay, Gary.
All right. Whips. Last week I started on Peter and Peeps, and while I was on my trip, this
Look
is
at that.
Nice.
Very nice.
Peter is all done. Now I got to start his peeps. He's got a couple of peeps to do. And
His
so,
friends?
Yeah, the wagon's gonna be a wagon with a peep in there, and,
Very
and
cute.
some other big flowers and stuff. So, and I changed the
His friends.
the blue. I used more of a denim blue, as I said last time.
Yes.
And then the shirt is, I changed it to a white cloud. It's called Cloud from Classic Colorworks. No,
Nice. He's
from
very
Gas.
dapper.
I believe Gas. Because the color they called for was white shutter or something like that. And that's the same color as my fabric.
Oh, okay.
So it would have just blended right
Yeah,
in.
yeah, with the
And I wanted it to pop, and it's got like a blue hue.
Yeah.
The cloud has a blue hue when you look at it
Yeah.
in person, so it kind of.
It's very nice. I mean, I
Does
like.
he have shoes?
No, it's his big feet.
Oh, okay.
He's a rabbit. He doesn't wear shoes.
Oh, so but he wear pants and a suit?
They're shorts.
What is that?
Shorts and a vest.
He's fully dressed.
Dapper dude.
Dapper.
With no shoes.
No shoes.
And pulling a wheelbarrow?
Yeah, with a chick.
He's
All
a
right.
ladies'
Yeah.
man.
And then today I pulled out Boo.
Yay.
So I'm working on a little witchy mouse over here.
He got some stitching done today.
Yeah, they
Yes.
had me trapped in, and
Yep.
Yep.
You had to do
wedged in.
yeah,
All right. Nice.
and that's all my whips.
Okay, well, I have whips. I was working on my boyfriend's this week. These are stitched on 30 count 10 roof by Weeks Dye Works. And this is my progress on Harry. You have to tell me who I am.
Harry.
Henry is
Henry.
right here.
This is
and
Henry.
Jack should be in the middle.
This is Jack. Yes.
And there is Harry.
Harry.
Harry is who I worked on today.
Harry's got a merce.
He's got a merce.
That's sparkly.
And yes, well, I'm using the new Sparkly 310 from DMC. I'm going to also use it on his shoes because his merce must match his shoes.
How about the hat?
I'm not so sure whether I want to put it on the hat.
Okay.
It's a bit much.
I think the merce and the shoes is fun.
Because they're like leather, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That's settled.
What's his name? Harry. Is he your favorite? Is he
I
your
think
main
Smitten,
squeeze?
I think Smitten is my favorite.
Jack is my favorite.
Who's Smitten? Which one is?
Smitten
Smitten.
is one in the mitten.
In the
Gotcha.
mitten. Mittens in the mitten.
So that's what I also did finish up the last photo booth, but I forgot to bring it today, so I can't show you as a whip this most current cycle.
Okay. Did you put it right side up, right?
Yeah, his purse is down.
Okay.
Yes,
We know this, right?
we know this
Now.
now. And we did not have any starts this week.
No starts.
No starts.
Not for me.
And I did not stitch on Lady
Of the
Night.
night.
Ladies Night.
Still.
Ladies Night this week
Neither
on
did
the
I.
13th because I was on my trip, but I did text 3 of
Yes.
my stitch along buddies to, hey, stitch on it. I reminded them.
You
Yes.
did. You did.
And
They ignored me because I wasn't in
No,
town.
I did not ignore you. I just promptly pulled the wrong project. I promptly pulled Halloween Town, which I forgot to bring today, but I finished the tree and I moved across the bottom, like the dirt along the bottom towards the house.
Yeah.
And next time I pick it up, I'll do the fence,
Okay.
the white fence. So I'm really pleased. That tree, all those little bits of leaves in that tree.
It was a bear.
That was a bit of a.
Wait until you get to the purple house.
Okay. But it was a good stitch. I just picked up Halloween Town and forgot Ladies Night. So, haul.
Haul?
no haul for me, not yet. I have my
I have haul.
things coming through though next week.
One of my stitching retreats will occur the last weekend of May, 1st of June in Fruitville, Florida.
Okay.
It's called Stitching Under the Oaks. I believe this is its 17th year.
Wow.
We have a instructor, a guest instructor, Jean Farish is coming to be the instructor this year. I'm very excited about it. And Jean is doing a special little project. It turns out that there's a sister project to it. I'm also going to work at the Hands retreat in July in Winston-Salem that Jean sponsors, and she's doing part 2 for the sister project.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy because I'll get to work on both sister projects this year. But one of the participants, Anna, and I'll just say her first name since I don't know, I didn't get permission to say her whole name. Anna approached Jan's Stitching Necessities, Jan King Stitching Necessities to make grind guards.
Okay. For your stitching retreat?
For our for the project.
Okay.
And project bags.
So it coordinates to your project
It
possibly?
coordinates to the project, although we don't know what the project will be because the kits will come out in April. There's pre-stitching.
Oh, homework.
Yeah, right?
Which is fine. So it's beautiful. I like it. Thank you, Jan. Jan,
Very
we'll
pretty.
put her information down below in our video and our description box. So thank you. That arrived this week. So I was very, very pleased about that. And thank you, Anna, for coordinating that for us. Really lovely. Very lovely. Okay. And your haul?
Haul. First I want to, since it's still my birthday month, I got another birthday present today from Kathy. And this is a little pin cushion in a Jello mold And I think if you've seen some of this has been on I think Facebook and Instagram. What it is, it's actually a pin cushion that goes in your car in the cup holder. So when you're parked and stitching, you have someplace to park your needles.
So folks who stitch while they're in the school pickup drop-off line can use that.
Yeah, you can have all your needles threaded and just
Oh, that's awesome.
As well as folks who stitch during their lunchtime.
Yeah.
right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, very
That's
nice.
nice.
It's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
Glad I was able to get one of those. And then I got my fabric of the month in from Color and Cotton.
Nice.
It's called Grapefruit.
Grapefruit.
And that's exactly what it looks
pink
like.
Grapefruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's good.
nice. Very nice.
Yeah. I should find something. I'm not sure what I would stitch on it, but I'll find something.
I think a little pixie fairy would
Yeah.
look lovely on
Yeah.
that.
And then I was, while I was on my trip, I was able to stop off at a shop in North Carolina called Sassy Jack's. Most of you know it.
Yeah.
And Kimberly Young is the owner, and she has an awesome, awesome shop.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, the shop is gaining a great reputation.
Mm-hmm.
It's young, it's not that old. It's
Lots of new patterns. She's into reproduction samplers. She's got. They actually make some reproduction, some samplers as under the Sassy Jack name.
Oh.
So she's doing her hand in a little bit of designing.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
So I'm looking forward to my trip.
yeah, and then when you buy something there, she'll give you a needle. So
Oh,
nice.
there's a 26 and a 24.
nice.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
John James needles, so those are nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. And then I got this little Sassy Jack's stitchery ruler
A gauge.
gauge.
Your 3-inch gauge.
No. This is a souvenir.
Okay, I'm
It
sorry.
goes with my cross stitch covered ruler.
Oh.
Anyway, and then so I got the pins that go with my wolf cube.
Those are so cute.
They're so cute.
I have Meow on order.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those are, Kathy Haberman has done just a great job with both of those.
Yeah.
I like them both.
And then I've been looking at this piece for a while, but because I went to Sassy Jack's and her main logo is a squirrel, this little squirrel right here is going to remind me of Sassy Jack's
Oh, how
for
nice.
as long as I can
Is
see
this her
this
logo?
piece. That's one of her logos.
Oh, that's a cat.
Yeah, that's a cat. But in her shop, she's actually a squirrel.
Oh.
And in her logo for her pattern she designs is a squirrel.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
And then so she helped me pick out this Plum Street sampler. It's called A Ghoulish Welcome. I've seen it before, but I guess I really didn't pay much attention to it. It's actually got a witch and a horse there on this side.
Oh.
So it's pretty spooky. And we know how I like houses.
Yeah.
But
Now it
you
has
know what?
lots of windows.
yeah, but they're
so-
all scattered. They're
Yes,
all
exactly.
like really
so that's not going to be
wonky.
quite so boring.
Yeah.
It's
It's gonna be interesting.
I think it's gonna
Yeah.
be fun.
yeah, it's broken up.
Yeah. And then I got my first Nikki's Creations pattern.
Oh,
It's called House of Halloween, and it's got two witches in a kitchen. Look like they're making a potion or something. So I'm really glad I'm able to get one of those because
Plum Street.
I like Nikki's patterns. And then I got the linen I got to stitch that with is Old Salem linen from Primitive Hair. And I
oh,
think
that is
really,
beautiful.
I got enough to do that in another project, so I like
Nice.
this,
Wow, nice.
this fabric.
Yes.
The more splotchy, the better. And then another Blackbird design pattern, Midnight Ride.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like that little thing that it's connected on, but I'm not sure if that's something I really want to go with. It's kind of a little too country for me, but
the box.
the box that's connected on.
Yeah, yeah,
But once it's stitched, I'll get a feel of what I want to do with it.
yeah.
So
Very nice.
I told Michelle just finished this.
Oh, yeah?
Michelle Bendy Stitchy, she just finished this. And
not stalking.
it's because I know everything about her. Doesn't mean I'm stalking her. Well, so she just finished this, and the bird looks like Professor McGonagall. So she calls this bird Minerva, which is Professor McGonagall's first name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, when I see the bird, I think of Harry Potter.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
scarf.
the scarf. A scarf.
But that's
it.
Yeah.
all my haul from
All
last
right.
week.
Wow,
That's nice.
guys.
That's nice.
And I did get some Garon haul
You did?
because right next to Sassy Jack's is a really
Mm.
cool little local
Oh.
fabric store.
Yeah.
So I got some pretty cool magical stitches and literature style fabric,
Ooh.
potions and stitched. That may
You
be
just
out
air
for.
quote fabric. You can't air quote fabric.
It's pretty cool.
Air quote cool.
I can do anything I want. It's still my birthday month, right?
It is. Yes.
You got the month of October.
That's right, I do.
Okay, so do we want to talk plans now? Plans for the week?
Yes, yeah, magical stitches and literature. That's my plan.
She can't make any plans. She has to do her homework.
Yes, I gotta make sure
She
I do my
gets
homework.
told what to do.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
All
definitely,
right.
and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna finish those little 15 more brown X's,
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
and then post my homework,
Okay.
and then hopefully my homework. Well, it's gonna fit the blue elephant. Whatever the homework is, I'm gonna figure it out. That it's gonna fit the blue elephant, and we're gonna be good.
Okay.
Yes.
Or maybe it's something where you could start the border.
Yes,
You're
But
gonna
the
want
border
to
is-
start some of the border because if you do a
Uh,
border, it's worse than back stitching.
Yeah.
it's like a single X all around.
Oh, okay.
It's still bad.
Okay.
Right.
So, but the border could be an extra credit. Like you could have 500 stitches of the border.
Okay.
It's extra credit.
Oh,
points.
good. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
but I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to count to see if it's 500 stitches. We'll see.
Okay. Well, my plan is to stitch on Smitten.
Mm-hmm.
I may pick up Ladies Night
Oh yeah. Oh
because I skipped it
yeah.
on the 13th and
Yeah.
worked on Halloween Town.
Yes.
And I'll just see what's next in the rotation. I don't know what order anything is in right now.
And because the group tied my hands, because I didn't stitch on her on the 13th, I can't pick her up until the 31st
Exactly.
Right.
of March because
Yes.
I can only stitch on the 13th and
The
31st.
31st. Correct.
Yes.
So that we all finish on the same day.
Yeah. Well. I don't
We'll
know.
see. Find out.
Yes, and I won't be able to stitch on her on the 31st or the 13th. So by picking her up now,
Yeah.
I can
Do
kind
some-
of get the
Get some
same
extra
days.
credit.
Yeah.
No. I mean, it's the same amount of time, but just work early than
Yes.
later.
But I think you guys can stitch on it anytime you want. I think.
Yeah.
I know,
Well,
but-
you know, trying to be,
Okay.
I got a lot going on.
Yeah.
You know?
She has a lot
I
going
got
on.
a lot going
Also,
on.
I also wanted to add for my plans, the HLClearanceSAL.
Oh yeah.
So I'm still working on my vertical pair.
Yes.
So Cynthia stitches and I'll be stitching Dee. They're doing an awesome job with their pairs because they're stitching the pair as well.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, so you
Any
can follow
color
them on this-
conversions?
No,
They're just stitching as is.
stitching as is. Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
very
nice
cool.
green, gray, and
It's
black
very
combo.
pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
very
really
pretty.
pretty.
Yeah.
And stitching in it, she's stitching. She started it, and she's starting like a family tree type deal,
Yeah.
and then she's working her way towards that.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
good stuff. Good
My
stuff.
plans. Tonight I'm going to be stitching on the Easter fairy.
Mhm.
Okay.
I've got the wings to work on. I'm having a problem with the wings because my fabric is iridescent in all the colors.
Oh.
So I have to rechart the wings to try to
Yes.
make them pop.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I'll work on. And then next week I'll probably stitch on Peter and Peep.
Mhm.
And I want to get back to Just Be Claus. Put his eyes in, and
Who's
then
just be Claus?
the
Oh,
Santa Claus.
okay.
The Santa Claus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one that
Yeah.
We know it.
And so I got the spirals to put in his beard.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
So I gotta figure out. I gotta put that in, and they're tacked down. So I'm gonna use the invisible thread to tack them down.
Yeah.
Couch them.
To couch them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use the same thread for his eyes. So
Okay.
I think that's all. Oh, and then the words "Just Be Claus"
On the
is on
side.
the side.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So we should be done within a day or two.
Okay.
Okay.
All
Depends on
right.
how much I
Okay.
fight with the invisible wire.
Yeah, yeah, that might take a little bit, or maybe not. It might, just flow through.
Yeah.
And then I have two from, instead of doing the wall tour,
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
figured I'll show you here, but we can take pictures and put them at the end.
Sure.
So these are some of my St. Patrick's Day stitching. Both of these I did last year in Mania.
Oh,
Lizzie
that's,
Kate.
yeah.
Yeah, this is Luck. Neat cute. And then here is March. So March, this is all the St. Patrick's Day stitching I have done. I've got two large leprechauns to stitch from Lena Lawson,
Mm-hmm.
and they're very intense.
Mm-hmm.
So
I've never heard of Lena Lawson.
she does a lot of color changes.
Oh, yeah?
The ribbon around here
That's cute.
was done by a friend of ours, Randy. Thank you,
Oh,
Randy.
that's right.
She put that on there for me.
Yes,
So
really
it's
pretty.
cute.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. I think that's it for us today.
Yes. Yes.
We want to wish everybody a great week.
Yes.
Yes.
Please take care of yourselves. Enjoy yourselves, those of you who are in the central and north
Mhm.
of the country with the very challenging weather conditions.
Really? It's still snowing there?
No, but I mean, this past week was pretty bad. They had that bomb cyclone, didn't they?
I have no clue.
I was in North Carolina. It was nice there.
I'm just trying to keep cool. It's hot. I'm
Well,
so sorry.
everybody, please take care of yourselves. Be
Yeah.
safe.
Yes, please do.
And no matter, just remember,
No
matter
matter
where
where
you
you
are,
are, the sun is always shining when you're stitching.
bye.
Bye.
You got it upside down, but that's all right. I don't know that makes a difference.
It does not. Go.
Oh, I never heard her say go. Okay. Hi, everybody. It's Shelia. I'm back again. Celebrating my birthday this week. Yes, finally, it's the 20th. It's a big one. I'm really happy about it. So we're celebrating, but I forgot, as always something. Forgot to mention we did have questions and a request of the comments during the week from our last video when I talked about my new daylight floor lamp. It's from the Daylight Company. It's the ultra slim model. It comes with one lens, and you can purchase an additional lens that you can clamp on top, and then another extended lens that even goes over that. It's a smaller circle. And it's on a pedestal with 5 wheels, so it can roll around very easily. You can also watch Nicola Parkman's video, because that's where I got it from, people. I stole it from Nicola. Thank you very much. But I did take a couple of pictures of it in my stitchy spot.
And let's insert those right now.